Greetings from the Institute. Good evening. Greetings from the Institute of Global Professional IGP Bangladesh. Greetings from the Institute of Global Professional IGP Bangladesh. Thank you for joining with us and staying with us till the end. Honorable Knowledge Seeker, today I am your host for the evening. My name is Badhun Das. I am from Bangladesh. Dear Knowledge Seeker, I am proud to be associated with IGP as a global member. IGP is ISO Social and ISO certified international training institute. In 3 years, we already served 3 million plus knowledge seekers from 100 plus countries. IGP is internationally recognized and globally accredited. We are connected to more than 250 plus profession and 4,500 plus organizations. Institute of Global Professional (IGP) is a training faculty for skill development which was founded in 2020 and is generated competent candidates to meet demand in the global labor market by providing professional qualification. The Institute of Global Professional is an education institute that provides social work globally recognized and reportable. We serve student and community research providing holistic social work and education. We believe that it's not effective to increase one's skill just by acquiring formal education. So we provide effective training and consultation to generate proficient generation all over the world. We distribute our services locally, nationally, and internationally to students, job seekers, job holders, and also for learners through respective campus location and distance learning platform. We are an occupational and dependable institute. IGP is one of the famous online institutes from all over the world. Our vision is education is not a business product, it's a part of our human rights. Based on our vision, we are trying to reach all corner of the world for free webinars, seminar courses, award quiz competition, mentoring and counseling, etc. On the other side, we are also trying to serve more than 100 premium services for free like create own portfolio, resume builder, cover letter, motivation letter, and one knowledge platform for gathering general knowledge which can update all day. Kids learning game website, free courses, convert sites, and many more. We help to improve youth to learn to meet their expectation and dream and become highly skilled people. We implement several training program, webinar and offline online courses for youth and learners by professional trainers, speaker and coaches. Our sessions are conducted by globally renowned professionals. So we develop all kind of youth and to promote the education of their ability and personality to ensure excellent and in-depth instruction. We arrange with qualified trainer, speaker, and instructor. We extended free services to more than 3 million knowledge seekers in the last 3 years. We have affiliation with universities and organizations in 70 different countries. Virtual MOA signing with many colleges and organizations have been accomplished. We are working to create a legendary generation of future scholars and citizens who will be accountable. We are constantly prepared to assist all knowledge seekers with valuable service. Spreading knowledge is crucial for the Institute of Global Professional. We believe that knowledge is love and light and vision. So we try to understand the need of today's generation and will serve them with good research and practice method. We must have a genuine concern for the learners we represent. More diversity, growth, and innovation are required to lead a session with professionalism, passion, and integrity. IGP members are committed to offering effective, best quality service and continual improvement so that individuals who seek information can provide their skill level and value. Before we move to the next, let me remind don't forget to share, tag, and mention your friend in the comment box. Your support is very valuable for us. Thank you. Before we move to the next, let me remind don't forget to share, tag, and mention your friend in the comment box. Your support is very valuable for us. Thank you. Moving to the next, with your continuous support, we have already completed 1,184 webinars successfully. Wow. Moving to the next, with your continuous support, we already completed 1,184 webinars successfully. Wow. At present, we are going to start our 1,185 program. Name is Be the Leader Like Mahatma Gandhi. And today, our first speaker name is Ma'am Dr. Albi Unequal Bakery. Before I hand over the stage to ma'am, want to share a little bit about our speaker. She is a best-selling author, international motivational speaker. Now, very important moment for me to invite our first speaker to IGP with her presentation. Now, very important moment for me to invite our first speaker in IGP with her presentation. Hello, ma'am. Good evening.
Hello, hello, good evening.
How are you, ma'am?
I'm fine. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Welcome. Ma'am, on behalf of IGP Knowledge Seeker, wants to hear from you about yourself, ma'am.
Okay, my name is Dr. Adobe Onyekweli Bakare. I am a motivational speaker. I speak to inspire people and I also speak to impact knowledge. My favorite speaking role is about health because I survived 5 cardiac arrests. And since then, I have been in the world speaking about how having health is more important than, according to Gandhi, it is health that is the real wealth, not the pieces of gold and silver that you're given. So when I was invited to speak today, I was very happy because I will be sharing some of the things that I know will be good for humans so that they can thrive in this modern world. I'm also the author of the book Reinvent Yourself. Uh, I'll be sharing the link. It's Reinvent Yourself. It talks about how you can focus on little things in your life so that you can be you can be able to provide for your family and your own future. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Ma'am, the stage is yours now. You can start your presentation.
Okay. That's not the first. Yeah. Be the leader like Mahatma Gandhi. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Okay, here. And what is Mahatma Gandhi, as you all know, is a very famous leader in India. He's been known as one of the pioneers of the modern leadership style that will suit all of us. Gandhi is considered to be the most spoken out, sorry, is one of the most influential leaders. Many of his priceless principles that he used are something that could be adapted to today's leadership style. Next slide. Yes. Um, Talking about Mahatma Gandhi, he didn't just start his change. Like, as we know today, the climate that we have today has been unfair to most people. People complain there is the cost of living crisis. People are worried. Some families cannot even put food on their table. And everything that we talk about is something that affects all of us. But one man, Mahatma Gandhi, used that crisis as a motivation for change. Mahatma Gandhi was born in India, but when he traveled to, I know you all know about his background. He was a lawyer, and after studying law, he found out that there's a lot of injustice that affects people. So he traveled to South Africa. In South Africa, he was working as a journalist, as a lawyer, but he was aware that people with brown skin were treated unfairly. But he felt, well, for him, he's closer to the white skin. It should be fair for him. So on one of his journeys, he bought a first class ticket and he was in the train, sitting down quietly, until a man came to him and said, "You shouldn't be sitting here." He just looked at the man and said, "Look, I have a first class ticket." Because they assumed that people of his type cannot travel on first class. So they went to call the inspector and reported him for sitting in a space reserved for the upper class. And we know what they did. They pushed him out of the train. They didn't even care whether he was going to get injured or if if he had the ticket. They just picked him up and pushed him out of the train and on the platform. And they threw his bags, all his things onto him. He sat there. He sat there for more than 16 hours because he didn't know what to do. He couldn't get on another train. He was in a foreign land. Moreover, he wasn't doing the wrong thing. He was right because he bought the right ticket. It was then that it dawned on him the kind of injustice that people suffer every day. Remember, he was a lawyer, he was a journalist, so he was at the top of his profession. He didn't think such treatment mattered to him. So he started to look at how ordinary citizens that didn't even go to school and didn't know their rights were suffering. And that was his motivation for what he decided to change for. Next slide, please. Yeah. And what are his core values? Because of his experience, he now felt that truth should be something that everyone should embrace. Truth that they call satyagraha is something that everyone should embrace because he felt that when you're truthful, you actually do the right thing. Then he felt that even though he was pushed, they could have done it in a different way. So he was one of his core value again was non-violence, called ahimsa. Then another one is compassion. Compassion because he felt that no matter what, people should be compassionate of one another. And the final one is kindness. We have to be kind to each other. So those were the core values that enable him to start his movement in the 1800s. Can you imagine a young person in those days? There was no internet, there was lots of poverty, but he started his movement. Next slide, please. Yeah. So, in applying leadership skills of Mahatma Gandhi to our modern lifestyle. So that's why we said be the leader like Mahatma Gandhi. Using his core skills, one of the things that Mahatma Gandhi brought into the system is the ability to listen to concerns. Listen to concerns. It is very important that when you are a leader, you listen to concern because the kind of leadership we have today, people are just at the top and they have so many hierarchies. You can't even see who is a director. You have to go through the assistant, another assistant, and you keep climbing until finally you get to the PA. Maybe that's in a month. Then you see the leader. And by that time, your concerns have been filtered. So his leadership style is listen to concerns. He doesn't believe in having many hierarchies created from the manager to the lowest employee. Next slide, please. Okay. So on this page, I am going to talk about how, by being more like Gandhi, modern day leadership can actually be improved, because we have so many companies that lip service, they say they're going to do this thing, they're going to do something, but they do not implement it. In their value, vision, and skills, if you go on the internet, they say we listen to our employees, we listen to that. But what is missing? They are not living what they preach. And this is very important. Why is it important? Because Mahatma Gandhi was among his people all the time. You could see him, the people that he's helping, he's protecting. He is with them, living their lifestyle. And in that case, he's able to know what actually they are suffering from. And he also listens properly. Because in today's leadership, somebody is the manager of a big company. He's there in his air-conditioned car, or depends on what country you are. It could be in a heater car. But the people working for him, they haven't fed their family. They don't even have houses. Some people, they sleep on the street or in their car to come to work. Nothing is being done, even though he's heard that some people have housing problems. Some people have problems that of paying school fees for their children. He is fine, and it continues like that year after year after year, and the employee gets disgruntled, change from one job to the other, the same thing. It is only few companies that employ this Gandhi-like system in the company. So what we have to do is to continue learning and improvement, because no matter what, your people in your company, they have a lot to say to you. If only you can listen, and not just listen. When you listen, you have to improve. Don't listen and just let it go. You have to listen so that you can improve and bring a change. The second one is practice what you preach. I'm just giving some guidelines on the Gandhi principle. Practice what you preach. He Gandhi doesn't want to be, he doesn't want to be eating fat while his people are suffering. He's always there with them. They eat together, and he walks with them to their problems. If somebody has a problem, he goes there and be a mediator. He finds out, listen to this side and listen to that side. So he's practicing peace, and that is what he preaches. He goes there to solve everything for them. At least not everything, but at least by the time he leaves, both parties are actually happy. The third Gandhi-like example is be an excellent listener. How many companies or managers, by the time the employee has come to talk to you, you are like, you're not even listening, because before they enter, you've looked at the way they are. Maybe they're not wearing Gucci tie, or you've heard things about them. As soon as they open the door, you have judged them. And it's because you were not taught to be able to listen properly. If you do active listening, listen to the person for understanding, not listen so that, sorry, I, I don't want to my battery, okay? Yeah. Listen to understand, because when you listen to understand, then you can make a change. Next one is be open minded. Open minded means that have an open minded, don't be judgmental. Sometimes some people they see, okay, this person is from this area of the country, thereby they are, maybe they are not nice, they are hot tempered. So as soon as that person comes in, you are just already making your decision just because you don't have an open mind. Then why are you the manager? A manager is supposed to have those qualities. You are there to serve everybody, not just the people that are in your mind. Third one is to identify barriers and change so that you can repair. Gandhi knew the problems of the farmers. He knew some of the problems that they were experiencing. There was an instant where they were being paid little by some some people. It was it the British farmers or something. They were paying them little, and they were working so hard, but they had a system that they do because they have to plant certain crops once in 2 years. Otherwise, because if they continue planting that crop, the land will not have any nutrients. So they have to do rotation farming. And because of that, they are spending more, they are spending more time in the field and getting very little. Those were the barriers. But the people buying it, they were not interested in the barriers. They just want, I want my crop, I want this, and give them little money. But he was able to teach the people that the people don't have communication skills because they don't understand, they didn't go to school. So Gandhi had to set up schools that people have to learn on how to negotiate. So once they learn, when the English people come, they were able to negotiate with them and tell them exactly the problems they were having. Now, let's apply this to the company. If you are working in a company and you find out that probably computer is your problem, I know you are all young people here or older people, that probably computer is your, for some people that don't understand computer, you can actually, the manager can say, okay, if the barrier in this place is that some people are not good with computers, the manager can actually create a course, a training course, so that they can be able to compete with others. Because it's unfair. If other people have barriers in a company and some don't have barriers, the people that don't have barriers are flying. But the ones that have barriers, it could be living too far from where you are working. That can be done by either, if it's a big company, creating a staff quarters where you can have the people live so that they don't have to travel from another town to your office. Because it looks impossible, but everything can be achievable if only it is put on the table and a meeting is done so that we can all be okay. So identify barriers to change and repair. Next one is identify and specify results pathway. You can't just be having meetings upon meeting with no results, because that it was create disgruntled people. Even in societies, they're having meetings, people are complaining, they're having strikes upon strike, and nothing is happening. I'm in London here where there's this strike every day. Why are they striking? Because they're just having meeting, but this meeting doesn't have results. If the meetings have results and the people are happy, that means there has to be a pathway, not just as asking the people to come. There has to be a pathway to this meeting, the pathway to results so that it can be resolved. Do you know how many people that these strikes affect? Some people have to go to hospital, it's cancelled. Some people have to go to this, it's cancelled. So Mahatma Gandhi, in all his struggles, they are non-violent, but he had a plan. He was making sure that whatever is happening is leading to specific results. Then, looking at each person as a human, this is actually the basis of Mahatma Gandhi's principles. Because if you look at the other person as also a human being like you have the same needs, the same goal, the same aspirations, then you can actually make a change. It's only when we feel that we are better, feel in our mind that we are better than the other person, that is why we are resistant to change. Because the other person has the same needs with you. So if you see them as a human being, then you can apply all the things that Gandhi has been saying. It is only when we don't see them as ourselves, we think we have two heads, whereas we have the same one head like the other person. People that have two heads are just genetic, probably, I don't know what it's called, but we are all the same. See people as human, then you can be empathic. You can you can listen to them, you can you are paid anyway. So why are you not doing your job if you're a manager? So apply the Gandhi like role. Next slide, please. Yes. So in today's business and society, we have a lot of things that has been going on. There are lots of countries being taken advantage of. Businesses are opening, some are closing. Society, some are thriving, some are not thriving. What has this got to do with the Gandhi principle? I'm not saying he's the only person, but what we can do is to apply some common sense because clearly his principles has actually generated a movement that gave that freed the Indian people. It gave them better life. It gave women better life. So, and it is non-violence. So we can actually put this in businesses because it seems to be a good model. So whether you are a business or in a society, businesses can, if you work in a business, allow your employees to take initiatives. When they come with a good idea, look at it and say, okay, you know, allow them to bring initiatives because your employees that work for you, they can actually see what you cannot see. Then allow them to generate innovative ideas. And that's when you're open-minded, they can bring ideas to you that can actually be profitable for you. And you also have to compensate them. Vice versa, in societies, people are waiting for government to do everything. Sometimes the government you are waiting for don't even know what to do. But they have to listen to the youths because whether you like it or not, the youths are the future generation. If you are above 50, I know most people above 50, they are all vying for prime minister. Well, sometimes when you're above, you actually lived your life. And the younger people are ready to take more risk. They are ready to bring initiatives to the table. So, what is it? It doesn't mean that if you're over 50, you cannot work with the young ones. But as an older person, you have to have an open mind and be a mind like a child. Because when people have closed minds and they're in those places, they actually damage the society. When you have open mind, you can listen to young people. I like young people because their mind is so open. They bring lots of initiative. They are courageous. They take calculated risk. They're not sitting down and say, well, We've been doing it like this for 50 years or for 100 years. So it should be. No. So people should be allowed, if I have my own company, I allow my employees to bring ideas, take initiative, generate things to me, and I take it on board. Businesses and society should breed people to be courageous and also manage by example. Some managers, they don't live by what they preach. I repeat, I know I've said it before. You have to manage a company by examples. If you want people to eat in the staff restaurant, you go and eat there. Don't go to Hilton to have your food while your employees eat in the staff restaurant. In a society, if they open a school, the prime minister's child or whatever, the rich man's children should go to that school. Don't open a school and they say it's good, then you don't equip the school so that it, it will just be for the poor people. These poor people you call poor people, they are the futures of tomorrow. So lead by example. And if you know that something is not good, like a school or something, repair it, listen, so that the children will be okay because people like you and people like your children are going to that school. Also, in whatever you do, you have a long term vision. A company should have a long term vision. What do I mean by that? Um, Having a long term vision means that you have a plan. You can have like 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, then the very long term of probably 10 years, 20 years. Mahatma Gandhi had a vision of freedom, a vision for equality for all, a vision where people will not suffer because of their color or to be pushed out of trains because they are different. And he achieved most of it with non-violence. But today, the vision that we can have, sometimes long-term vision might be too difficult for people, but you can have a small one, just short term, so that you can plan. Because when people without vision, they cannot succeed. So the vision for society for the youths, I want a vision where the youths will know that one day they will be the ruling class, and if they know that they are going to be the ruling class, believe me, young people will look after things very well. They will not go and destroy things. But because they feel marginalized because of the principle of business that we're doing, so they don't feel inclusive. But the Gandhi leadership style allows businesses, societies to start thinking long term and feel inclusive in everything. And when you feel that you want to help yourselves and make sure that nobody suffers. So I think this model of leadership should be applied to societies, to businesses, because it works. It works by freeing us from ourselves and putting us in a better place so that we can think like the people we lead. Next slide, please. Next slide. Okay. So that is what I think about the Gandhi leadership system. I actually practice this in my own consultation. I do face-to-face consultation with family, with individuals and organizations. I apply the Gandhi principles, and I've got my email and my contact number there. So thank you everyone for listening to me, and I'll be happy to take your questions later. Thank you. Next slide. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your presentation. Ma'am, now we will invite our second speaker in the stage. After completing all the speaker speech, we have a question answer session. So you have to wait for a few minutes.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Now I'm going to invite our next speaker in the stage with her presentation. Our next speaker name is Ma'am Rashmi Shaha. Before I hand over the stage to ma'am, I want to share a little bit about her. She is a life transformation coach, NLP, practitioner, TDX speaker, founder, Mukti Mission. Now, very important moment for me to invite our speaker the stage with her presentation.
Hello, hello
Hello, ma'am.
everybody.
Good evening.
A very, very good evening, all of you. Very, very good evening, and thank you so much for having me here. It's a sheer pleasure, um, you know, joining again at IGP and contributing my bit to this event, to this or this talk that has been organized. And my heartfelt thank to the organizers. And yeah, so today we are discussing a very very beautiful and a very very important topic here. So yeah, thank you for having me here. Okay, so today is 30th of January, and we all know that today is also celebrated here as the Martyrs' Day, right? And Gandhi ji, as we in India, we call him Bapu, was assassinated today on this very day. So it's not a very happy day because, as people say, this is an end of era. You know, uh, the moment is not celebrated because we lost a very good leader today. You know, a leader who has helped us. Uh, get our freedom, who had played a very important role in making India free, right? So Mahatma Gandhi is definitely celebrated as one of the leaders, that people should know about, people should learn about, So the question here is, I don't have a PPT here, so okay, so I'm going to keep it a very interactive session. And if we have participants who have joined the session, I would love them to participate and ask questions if they have, or share their contribution as well, right? So when we talk about leadership, as the topic of today mentions, be the leader like Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi ji, When we talk about leadership today, Dr. Robi has very beautifully mentioned a lot of insights on how Mahatma Gandhi was a great leader. A life story has been shared, and oh, looks like I was not aware. Yeah, so a lot of insights were shared before me, as as the last speaker spoke a lot about the incidences that happened in Mahatma Gandhi's life, and how it has been a life-changing moment. Not only for them, for people around them, and also it has been such a great lesson for the Indians and all over the world, people who have followed his work and everything. As a life coach, I take a lot of sessions around leadership, leadership qualities. Because it is not only that when we are into the politics, when we are in an organization, but leadership is a quality that probably every one of us do exercise in our lives, in one or the other form, or probably in day-to-day lives. So my biggest example that I give, and the simplest example that I give is, do you think we all are leaders? Are we all leaders? If we have participants here, I'd love to hear from them. You know, we need to know that, are we leaders, or do we have to have that tag that we are a leader? Do we need to have that? name before the designation before our name, that we are a leader? Do we have to have 10, 20, 2000, 2 lakh people behind us to be called a leader, and only then we can display the leadership qualities? I don't believe so. I don't believe so. Leadership quality is something that we carry within ourselves, and not just when we are acting as a leader, but also when we are performing our day-to-day activities. Like, let's take a very small, very small example here. As children, as families, we have siblings, right? We all have siblings. Most of us, we have siblings, okay? Or we have friends in our colonies, in our societies. We have friends there, and you might have seen these kids who are going out in the evening to play, meeting people and everything. And you will see one of the kid, no one has assigned him or her the job to be the leader, but you will see one of the kid will how suddenly will all of himself come out, and the kid will start performing as a leader. He will take control, he or she will take control, or will start guiding what is to be done, what is not to be done, setting the rules, talking to the opponents, and doing all the activities on behalf of other people in the group. Now, who taught that kid what leadership skill is? Did anyone teach him, her, or them? No. That's an inborn quality. The confidence, the decision making, the very small things, the communication, the rapport building, the community engagement. Who teaches a child? Yes, we do learn them as we grow up. We keep brushing these qualities, but sometimes it is an inborn quality. Now, if we come to families, everyone who's listening to me here right now, when we have siblings with us, when we have especially younger siblings with us, do you remember that moment when parents, they tell us that, okay, you are given you're a pack of cookies or chocolates, and you're supposed to share it with your friends. You're supposed to share it with your younger siblings and cousins, and the one who's given the responsibility is mostly the elder one, okay, or someone who can control the eldest one. And this child takes the responsibility and then performs it so beautifully, and then goes across and distributes the chocolate, the cookies to everyone, taking care of everyone, and then their kids who are asking. So now when we understand all this, the qualities in a leader, it's something that we all have. But leaders like Mahatma Gandhi, they properly use the skill for the good and the benefit of not just a society, but an entire country, for his people. And so have so many other leaders of our country. And this is what we need to understand. IGP has provided this platform to all the students, all the participants, to learn from the speakers who are coming. And here, if I am speaking, I would definitely want the the participants to understand a couple of things that will definitely help us become the leader of our own kind, and become the leader like a like Mahatma Gandhi, someone who has done such amazing, brilliant work, and who has given us the freedom that we are celebrating now, who has given us ideas of life, ideas of spirituality, ideas of politics, leadership, so many things, right? But just talking about it probably might not help. So that is where we need skill development. IGP definitely believes in it, right? So I am going to talk about these very, very minute, personal, interpersonal skills that we probably need to have to become a leader like Mahatma Gandhi. Just to list out, because it was already listed down by the last speaker, you know the the qualities. Why is Mahatma Gandhi called such a great leader? The very, very small things, very, very small points, but performed so beautifully. Mahatma Gandhi is called a great leader. To name a few, he was someone who led by example, right? He was someone who was not just about preaching, but also performing it. practicing it, believing in it, and then encouraging people to perform it, believe in it, execute it, right? So a leadership, one of the leadership qualities is this, that you should be a leader when you lead by an example, right? Treating others well is very important, just like Mahatma Gandhi did. You cannot be a great leader, you cannot be called a great leader if you're not approachable, if your followers, if your people don't find that comfort around you, if they are not free with you, if they don't respect you, if they don't feel comfortable around you, it will be very difficult for your followers to follow you, understand you, connect with you, and support you. So, treating others well is very, very important to be a great leader. But the question is, how will you treat others well? Can it be a charade? Can it be a drama? Can it be an act? Can it be pretense? No, it cannot. It has to be something that comes from within. And for liking other people, you should be someone who loves himself, herself, or themselves. Self love is something that probably is going to teach us a lot of qualities that a leader should have. So, the basic thing here that I feel everything starts here is self love, self awareness, knowing yourself. Because the leader is expected to be very, very confident, or leader is expected to be sure of the decisions he, she, or them is making. A leader is expected to have that. The conviction that if something has gone wrong, how to get that thing corrected, how to have an alternate plan, how to have a plan B. The leader is expected to have all these qualities. Treating others well is the thing that is required in leaders, and for that you need to love yourself, know yourself, and treat yourself well. Being a lifelong learner was one thing that Mahatma Gandhi was known for, and probably every leader should have this one quality in themselves: being a lifelong learner. Life has something so beautiful in it that it has something or the other every day to learn. It is a surprise every day. It is a new day for us every single day. We meet new people, we learn new things, we come across new philosophies, new achievements, new inventions, new ideas. Every day comes with its own set of learnings. And as a leader, you must be someone who believes in learning, because the more you learn, you will be able to enrich the people around you. People will love you for your knowledge, for your understanding, for the different perspectives that you have for one single thing, so that you are able to solve that problem, seeing the same problem from 10 different perspectives. That can only happen when you know more, when you are learning, right? Showing emotional spirituality, emotional, spiritual, and mental strength. Leader, again, needs to have this quality. Emotional intelligence, as we talk about, I have taken a session on emotional intelligence some time back. And because I keep telling people how important emotional intelligence is in today's world. It has always been, but as we are getting more professional, we are getting more practical day by day. We are turning things into technological advancement, where we are learning what technology is. Understanding our emotions is very, very important, and dealing with our emotions is even more important. So being emotional intelligent is very, very important, and probably the need of the day. Mental strength similarly is very important. We should not be affected by the conflicts happening around. We should not be affected by the disturbances that other people, our opponents, are creating. We should not get affected by our failures. We should have that strength within, you know and when you talk about spirituality, that's something when you connect with yourself. As I mentioned earlier, spiritual strength is also very important. Things should not make you fall apart. You should have that courage within, even if no one is standing behind you or together with you. You should have that confidence in yourself. Why? Because you know who you are, you know what you have done, You know what your potential is and you know what your capabilities are. So, for me, that self connect is spirituality. A leader must have this. Next is being persistent. It's one thing that I personally believe in. Being persistent is very important in life. No matter if you're a leader, no matter you are not a leader, persistence is a quality, because competition is so much in today's world. This is for the students that I'm mentioning here. Even if you are trying to be the leader in your organization or in your society or probably in your educational institution, whatever, persistence is very important. We cannot let ourselves feel bad, feel down just because of one failure. No, we have to keep trying, we have to keep going, we have to stay connected to our dreams and ideas and passion and anything that we have taken. So it cannot be like, today I decided to do something and tomorrow I'm getting bored and I should just leave it. Just leave it. Let me try something else. Probably a leader might fail in this case. Why? Because a leader has so many people who are following them. No? A leader is someone who is believed by a lot of people. A lot of people are looking up to the leader. So if you're not persistent, probably you'll start losing those followers. You'll start losing the trust people have on you. So being persistent, being confident, and having that conviction is very, very important. Next is discipline. Mahatma Gandhi had this discipline that we all know about. Discipline is very important in different aspects of life, be it your lifestyle, be it your behavior, be it your presence, be it your execution, professional, be it your social connections, be it anything, any aspect. And the discipline has to be decided by you, because only you know how it fits perfectly. But I think the very important aspect of discipline that we must never forget is that the other people around us, the opponents, the stakeholders, in any of the aspect, personal, professional, they should never be affected in a negative way. That is where discipline comes into picture. But how to execute that discipline is something that we can have the liberty to decide on our own, that what is discipline according to us. But yes, one key rule is that other people should not get negatively affected. Next, having a strategy. Probably this is one of my most favorite one, the most important quality that I believe a leader should have, and Mahatma Gandhi definitely did have this. Have this quality is having a strategy. You cannot be a leader if you don't have a strategy. You have no plans. You are vaguely just performing and going about things, and you are clueless about what is to be done. You're confused. You don't have any ideas. You're not able to convince your people. So having a strategy, having a plan, having a roadmap, having a blueprint is very, very, very important. These qualities is what make us who we are, and these qualities make a leader that people need. My bit in this session was all about how, when we talk about the leadership qualities of Mahatma Gandhi, it's very easy. We can find these qualities everywhere written. And we know, we have been reading about this, we have been watching documentaries and movies and so many things, right? So we have an idea what kind of leader Mahatma Gandhi was. But the essence of this session is about learning how we can be a bit like him, or the other leaders that we have. And it is all about these small personal, interpersonal skills that I mentioned a couple of them, and enabling ourselves working on these skills, so that we get better and better every day, so that no matter if we have 10 people with us, 10,000, or sometimes no one, you should not feel bad. You should not feel left alone. You should not feel lost. You should always feel like a leader in your heart, in your mind. And you should be always ready to go ahead and play the role of a great leader. This was all from me. Thank you so much for having me here. I will be happy to have your questions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your presentation. Ma'am, please stay with us. After finishing our all speaker speech, we will have a question answer round.
Sure, sure.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Now I'm going to invite our next speaker to a stage. Ma'am Kalpana Kundan. Hello, ma'am. How are you?
Hello, I'm fine. Thank you. Thanks for inviting.
Welcome,
Hello.
ma'am.
Are you
Ma'am,
able to hear me?
first tell me. Sorry, ma'am.
Are you able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am. I can hear you. Can you hear me, ma'am, properly?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, ma'am. Before you start your presentation, I will request you to say something about self for our participants.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Myself, Kalpana Kundan. I have a master in information technology, and I'm currently running a IT company in UK. Also, I'm a social entrepreneur. I work for the Institute Tech Survival. I'm a global leader and India chair for Radio of All Nation International. This is a radio organization is in 50 plus country currently active. Also, in Indian. I'm very active in Indian diaspora in UK, especially the London. Um, yes, and my passion is in fashion industry. So I do a lot of fashion shows, and all the profit goes to the AC Tech survivors. Thank you so much.
Welcome, ma'am. Ma'am, please start your presentation now. Ma'am, do you have any slide for present?
And no, I have the pointer which I'll talk about the leadership of learning from the Mahatma Gandhi.
Okay, ma'am.
So I'll go with
Oh,
that.
okay, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay, ma'am. Carry on. Now the stage is yours.
Thank you so much. Hello everyone. There are a lot. There's Mahatma Gandhi. Don't need any introduction. He's a world leader, and he's the father of nation of India. The most learning and leadership from the Mahatma Gandhi is the tolerance and the ahimsa, like you know, and don't harm anybody. So I was listening to my previous speaker. My sister has explained about what happened to with him in the South Africa, and then the Rashmi also explained about the cool leadership qualities from him. So my add-on to that, because couple of pointers are similar, so I don't want to repeat them. So best learning from the leadership, the lot we can learn from the Mahatma Gandhi. Even the principle has a years back still have same benefit, and we can use same as it is in current time as well. So first thing we learn from him how to channelize your energy. When he have first class ticket and somebody throw him in the platform, he should have used any abusive word, any negative energy, but he just collected all the energy and he decided, let me go back and you know just remove the problem from scratch. There's no point arguing this person, and get the dignity in the right way. So he went all the way Africa to, I mean, to run, do his profession. So wind up back to India, and situation was not at all supportive. And he just started his, the mission without no violence, just silently, and nobody was believing it going to work. And second thing we learned from the value system. So once you have any value system, you know, if you have to work on that, even how much trouble come. We, we can learn from Mahatma Gandhi. You put in the jail, you trouble me, but something in my life is more important than life itself. And we can learn so many things in as a leadership perspective. There is so many messages we are getting from this one incident. So sometime we started a plan, and it got upset. So So because God upset your plan, so he can execute his plan. His plan is always better for you. So he went all the way, South Africa to make some money and a good career. But he thrown a platform. It was needed to a barrister to throw in a platform to become a father of nation. So is normal person. You can understand. He is so much depressed. He can depressive moment, and still he channelized the energy in such a way. So he was like play a vital role in the freedom of India. It's not easy. So that's a big learning from them, how to channelize your energy, how to get motivated from the negative situation. And we have a number of example of same, because the Mother Teresa, the Agnes, she was a school teacher, but never she will think she will be a principal of the school. But the incident happened, somebody died in her presence, and one as fragile school teacher become the run the ministry of the system. Still she's not there, and there's a million of people eating to free from this organization, getting benefit from that this institution she created. So there is a big thing from the learnings, how to channel your energy, how to react, and how to organize. I was listening to the previous speaker talking about the strategy. He has a wonderful strategy and very simple. He was very grounded. He meet everybody. He make everybody a special. Nobody was very special to him, and the very selfish leadership, because his goal was to make the country free from this the British rulership, and every individual get that dignity. So dignity was, he didn't fight for that any position. He can ask for any position, the prime minister, president, but he didn't ask anything. He just want that this leadership. There's a mission, was he was focused on the mission. He was the freedom that is done, and he told my job is done. So he didn't any position, and he can claim anyone. But today's world, we see whatever we do is including me. If I'm doing something, I will always think what a benefit I will get out of it. So he was a very selfish leader, and whatever he did for the country, he was very focused and selfless service, we can say. And he was very grounded, and as we listened previously, practice what you preach, the principle. Whatever he told, to do the world, he did. Initially he did himself first, and you can see the with his journey and his life in itself. So there was a small story. One of the lady went to him and asked, my son is eating the sugar, can you tell him not to eat? So Mahatma Gandhi told her, you come after 1 month. And the lady went again, and he told the son, don't eat sugar. And lady surprised, you can say the same thing in a month back. Then he told, actually that time I was eating the sugar, so I took 1 month to not take a sugar, and then I told him to do the same. So he was like a small story. You will listen about true stories of his life. He'll teach you the practice what you preach. So this big learning for the leader, because your fellow being, your colleagues watching your action more than your words. So it's very important for leadership, because now the social media time, you cannot make fool to anyone. They're watching you, what you're saying, what you're doing is similar or not. So that's the biggest learning we can learn from him. Also, what we as a leader, whatever the value we are putting inside, we can give to the world. So what is, suppose we have love, I can give the love to the world. If we have money, we can help with somebody's money. So the, I was listening as a student in use would be always alive. So he was always keep updating himself, and and tolerance, which is I'm going to talk about the tolerance, which is these days I think tolerance has become a big issue. Even in traffic, somebody's not giving you the space, and people using the you know gun for that small thing. So tolerance become in a zero nowadays. Not even zero, is very low. So Mahatma Gandhi, you can see the last day of his life. Even somebody says small thing, we got upset, we react so much. Even we have sleepless night for a couple of days. How dare he told me this and that? And we can learn from Mahatma Gandhi. Even the bullet went inside. He's uttered the name of his God. He didn't say anything to any negative word. He just say Hey Ram. So that is a big learning. What is inside you that always trigger? Nobody can make you upset. Nobody can make you angry. And there's no anger in the world. There's angry person. So what is inside will always trigger. So as a leader, we always have to work on increase our value system, work on our talent, watch yourself, what we are doing. So there's big learning. The end of learning from Mahatma Gandhi, but tolerance on and the determination, which I can say we can learn from him. Also, like Mahatma Gandhi, even though he has so much power, even whole all the leaders, top leaders after the freedom, also everybody was listening to him, and even he didn't take advantage of anything. He was still having the same lifestyle he used to have previously, you know. So simplicity also we can learn from him. So that's the today's world we have so much so of how you dressed, because normally leadership like in organization we go, so we focus on the lifestyle how they're talking, and but what is inside the that is more important. Suppose we have fancy, you know, bottles and fancy serving, but that is a, you know, the what is inside which we are consuming, that's most important. So we always should value the inner being. We have to the qualities of the people what they're giving to us, and also there's a number of thinking, because as a corporate leader he always said the customer is the king. In that time what he told, the customer the king. So you can see the today's world, the small thing we can learn. He himself is an institute himself for the leadership. But I again my takeoff from his life is a tolerance and ahimsa. It's not easy, but whenever something disturb you, just remember and read the story, and we can calm down ourselves, because whatever he went through, it was not easy at all. And with all power, later on his whole India was following him. People can do whatever he's can direct to them, but still he was taking the decision very strategically, what is benefit for the rest of the world. He never put his himself like I as a Mahatma Gandhi. No, he always put a country and countryman forward. So that's the learning we can take as the leader. The discipline, practice what you preach, the tolerance and equality, because he never he was easily available for everyone. No, there was no VIP system, because you're a top people, you have access to Mahatma Gandhi. Even though anyone can go and meet him, he was listening to everyone. So he was very down to earth person and simplicity, even though he had all the power, and still he was so calm. And that's the learning from him. And with that I'm done, and I will ready to take the questions. You can ask any questions, sister.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your presentation. Ma'am, please stay with us. After completing our all speaker speech, we have a question answer session, ma'am.
Thank you so much. I'll wait for that.
Okay, ma'am. Now, I'm going to invite our fourth speaker in the stage. Our fourth speaker name is Ma'am, Dr. Rita Jayat. She is from India. Hello, ma'am. Can you hear me? Hello, ma'am. Ma'am, I can't hear you. Ma'am, we can't
Hello,
hear you.
can you hear me? Now,
Yes,
can you
ma'am.
hear
Now
me?
I can hear you, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right. Okay. Okay. Thank
How
you
are
for
you, ma'am?
having me. I'm doing very well, and my heartfelt gratitude for having me. Uh, we are very honored that we get an opportunity to speak about our great father of the nation. So thank you for having me.
Welcome, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. First, tell us about yourself for our participants, ma'am.
Okay, I'm Dr. Rita Jairath. I have an honorary doctorate from the United Nations in Women and Child Development. I am an IFPB pro bodybuilder. I'm one of the first women bodybuilders from India. I started long back when there was nobody. I right now I am the only IFPB Pro League international judge in bodybuilding, women judge from Asia. So that's something which has been very unconventional that I have done. I have I have my own private limited company by the name of Ritambe Nutrition Private Limited, and we are into sports supplementation and nutraceuticals. And Yes, I have a consultation company also by the name of Jared Wellness. So that's my work. But I'm also a classical dancer. I do Bharatnatyam, and I'll soon be performing classical music, vocal performance at Kamani Auditorium also. And I have been a TEDx speaker. So there's been a lot of things that I've been doing. So yeah, that's about it. I have a child. He's 34 years now. He will be 35 this year. And yes, he's been one of my major achievements because he's an autistic child. And it has been a very long journey. And one of my missions have been to motivate and help younger parents, because my son was almost non-verbal, and it was my first 20 years I gave to my son. And he's now been able to speak. We worked a lot on his education. He's functional now, and he still has a lot of symptoms. It's been quite a challenge, but now he's working with Hotel Lalit here. He's handling the front desk, so that's one of my very major achievements. So when I talk to parents and then they wonder, I mean, like, it is like creating human possibilities. That yes, this is very much possible, and I'm sure it helps parents who are going through the same challenge in a very huge way.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now you can start your presentation, ma'am. Ma'am, do you have any slide for present?
No, I'm not having a slide.
Okay, ma'am. Then carry on. The stage is your now.
Thank you so much. And yes, we are talking about the father of the nation. Uh, Mahatma Gandhi is not just a leader, he is a phenomena by himself. I say this as his because he is, because I think he would never go into past tense. He was truly very much ahead of his times. And we know that in such a huge way he has always added to the collective consciousness, and in small tiny ways taught people to survive, and as Kalpana said, by example. We all look up to him. It's not just the Indians. It's we just very proud and fortunate that he was an Indian. But yes, he's a phenomenon by himself. And so there are so many aspects of his persona that have helped people around the world, and a lot of things have already been spoken, so I don't want to really make it very redundant and repetitive. But nevertheless, there are certain things which I feel touch me most, and I will try to just limit myself to those aspects. Of course, one of them is the Tolstoy farm. It's also how we look at it, the perspective that we have today. Uh, he taught us survival. He taught us that we can learn practical, uh, life, not just by reading books, but by observation, by there is one saying, of course it is in Hindi and this is an international platform, that you may read all the books in the world, but you cannot get wisdom but if you have love in your heart. When I say love, in a very very broad sense, that you love every creature created by Almighty, then you kind of reach the epitome of wisdom instantly. So at Tolstoy farm, there were people. There was a lot of inclusivity. There was one thing which was taught to every student out there. One of them was dignity of work. So I feel that anybody who would see the education system, the kind of psychology that was practiced at Tolstoy farm, would be able to survive anywhere. uh, in today's world, why that is relevant? A lot of people, in today's society, have a kind of insecurity of how they would survive if they didn't have this, and that has caused human beings to hoard wealth. So it was Gandhiji saying that the earth has enough for everybody's needs, but not enough for even the greed of a few people. uh, we look at happiness in its true perspective. We don't need wealth. I think the COVID period taught a lot of that to us. I think that uh, once you know that you can survive in the toughest condition, you can survive no matter what happens. You will still remain just as strong, and as comfortable, because you have done it all, you've seen it all, you know the process, you are familiarized with it. Once you know how to relate to Mother Earth and make a self-sufficient system, it kind of gives you a parallel sense of detachment with wealth. Wealth is generated, when a good person generates wealth, it is for the larger society. When a greedy person generates wealth, it is for himself. So if you are a good person and you're generating wealth to create a system, to create employment, to give jobs to a lot of people, to to nurture many many families, you can still remain just as simple but touch the epitome of glory. One of the examples we have today is Ratan Tata. And so I think the value comes from Tolstoy farm, because in that farm he taught inclusivity, he taught how to do basic work, respect every work, practiced everything, and taught us to be able to do it. So we should learn a lot of unspoken, unseen things from Gandhi. That why he was so great. We all know about non-violence, we all know about simple life, but there were so many messages that were there, in his education and in his teachings, that especially this about survival. The second thing I would like to point out is that his courage to write the book My Experiments with Truth, uh, because it takes courage to address your anomalies, your weaknesses, introspect, uh, and tell yourself and tell the world. uh, so when we talk about the mistakes that we might have done, we are kind of giving a lot of shortcuts to the future generations, because we have done these things and it doesn't take us far. That example stays, it remains, especially when it is documented in a book and people get a point to ponder, and then they can have a better life. But it takes courage to tell ourselves and then the world that these are the mistakes that I made, and these were the lessons that I learned from it. So self introspection is a great value that we can learn, and then accepting our weaknesses so that we are at peace with ourselves. That yes, this is life, but once we acknowledge that okay, these are the mistakes I have done, these are the, and I have actually, by doing these mistakes, I have evolved further as a human being. I think that can really teach us a lot, and teach a lot to the human, to the future generations. And that why it is so important, because it acts to the process of evolution of human thought. Because uh, the way our physical body evolves, just like Charles Darwin said, thought process of human beings also evolves. Why do we look back at our mythological books and or our religious texts? Because lots of words of wisdom and experience have been written there, and they have been repeated over the generations, idioms, proverbs, religious saying, so that these are done and these are given to the next generation, so that as human beings evolve, they are able to look at things in not in such a rustic way. So self introspection can be the greatest instrument in that. Also that the unseen thing in this is, we see we have seen a lot of people uh, who have read this book, My Experiments with Truth, that okay, they saw what were his weaknesses and even criticized him. But you know I think we can learn from that, that if we do any mistake, let us accept ourselves and let us forgive ourselves. So that is my second take that I want to convey. I want to share about Mahatma Gandhi. Also that in the most difficult situation, we need to maintain calm. Uh, that speaks a lot about us as human beings. We need to stay calm, and non-violence at that time had a relevance. Again, in today's world, non-violence is considered very naive, but to be able to uh, you know uh, take in all the pressure and still stay calm is actually the essence of the Lord Shiva. Because I wrote a blog recently about this, that even if you are there is a lot of negativity around you, you can just soak it in yourself, and still radiate a lot of positivity, that you are taking in the pressure because you have the strength and courage to do it. So when you talk about non-violence, it may not be that okay, someone comes and kills you and you die and then you are encouraging violence. It's not that. I think his idea of now non-violence must be seen in perspective. That your enemy may provoke you, they may want you to retaliate, but you do not. And then that is also again a great sign of having great strength. Uh, Mahatma Gandhi spoke about child marriage and women empowerment. Of course, he was one of the few people who initiated it at times where women did not have that kind of stature. Now it is evolving. It will still take a long time to go by, but he was the one who kind of initiated that and supported that movement. It got a lot of strength from him. Uh, and one of his values was this, that you can be a very good person if you don't have temptations or pressure, but it is in the times of pressure, or at a time where you have an opportunity to do something wrong but you still stay above par, that is the true test, the litmus test of your character. So as I said, that a lot of my previous speakers have already spoken a lot, and I do have a little issue with the connectivity also here. So uh, all my reverence to the great leader. I'm extremely honored that I have an opportunity that we are able to speak about the father of our nation to an international platform. Thank you, Loani, and thank you, everyone. If there is any question, you can ask.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your rich content presentation which can impact our knowledge seeker surely. After your presentation, I hope our knowledge seeker can learn something new which was our only intention. Learn and grow together, IGP knowledge seeker. Once again, thank you so much, dear ma'ams, for your presentation. Now, ma'ams, it's time for our question answer session, which is the more valuable part of our regular webinar. Honorable ma'am, please stay with us. After a short video, we will back with our session part 2, which is our question answer part. Dear IGP Knowledge Seeker, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After question answer, we have webinar certification and online quiz competition. Dear IGP Knowledge Seeker, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speakers. Thank you. After question answer, we have webinar certification and online quiz competition. So let's enjoy our question answer session. Dear participant, please mention the speaker name in your question so that our speaker can answer easily of your question. Now enjoy our question answer session. Welcome back, ma'am. Welcome back to our participants. Dear IGP Knowledge Seeker, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After question answer, we have webinar certification and online school competition. Dear IGP or Knowledge Seeker, I request you to ask your question in the comment box. Please address our speaker name Thank you. After question answer, we have webinar certification and online quiz competition. Dear knowledge seeker, we are waiting for your question. Please ask your question in the comment box. Our speaker ma'ams are here for answer your questions. Dear participant, we are requested you to ask your question in the comment box. Our speaker ma'ams are here for reply your questions. We are waiting for your questions, participants. Please ask your question in the comment box. Ma'am, our first question is from Flami. Good evening, everyone. Good evening to our speakers. How did Mahatma Gandhi change the face of political protest? Why was Gandhi a great teacher? Thank you.
Great leader. Okay, I think so. Each of us can give a take on this, a brief take. Yes, because besides what happened politically with the independence movement, uh, politically, Mahatma Gandhi had a huge role because as a leader, he helped to bring a paradigm change, motivating an entire population to uh, think of equality, and that the 50% of the population is being neglected. Also that the caste system, he tried to convey that every human being is precious, and every kind of work is precious. It is because of the values that and the sense of detachment towards amassing wealth. It is these values because which actually had an impact on humanity as a whole, and not just our country. I think that aspect of him makes him a great uh, political and a global leader. When it comes to the minor politics, that what happened during the independence movement, and then the British went away, and that he conveyed the message of non-violence. It is of course the essence of it, but in my view, I think that was the greatest aspect of Mahatma Gandhi.
Uh, Hi, this is Kalpana here. For your first question, how did Mahatma Gandhi change the face of politics? Yes, before Mahatma Gandhi, the protest was violence, because you can see the image pictures, how people were coming with a lot of anger and take the revenge and all. But he did a satyagraha and ahimsa, which is like don't to harm anybody, just stick with what you want without harming anyone. So, and the great leadership is that leadership, according to my understanding, under which leadership the great leaders, develop. Like you can see the lot of India's great leader, nursing. They was like follower Mahatma Gandhi. So even the any leadership in corporate leadership, any leadership, good leader is that who's taking making the others leader. So you can see that he has built so much good leadership, who's not only the run the India, also that Pakistan. Even what I don't know currently what's happening, but that time you can see all the imagined leader in any in that era, they were all follower of Mahatma Gandhi and listening to him. So that way, I can say he was a great leader. I think Rashmika and Idobi can add their points of view as well.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your answers. Dear participant, please. Ma'am, our next question is from Lakshma. Why are countries not following the Non-violence slogan.
Can anybody answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, about the countries that are not following the non-violence slogan is because it's either because they feel that they are the super developed countries. You know, they said they are the first, they're the developed countries. So if they feel that somebody from a third world country is bringing ideas, they don't respect it. But what they don't know is that knowledge is not limited to one person. You can even get knowledge from somebody who is not in power, who is on the streets. So what they found with Mahatma Gandhi, the non-violence, they might just think, oh, it's only in India. But what they don't know, it works in every country. So I think that slogan should be revisited because we need to save our planet. We don't want to destroy our planet by selfish, according to the lady said, non-approachable leaders. So when non-violence is used, it minimizes damage to the country. People are ahead. Thank you.
Hi. So I'm Rashmi here, and hello, all the speakers here, Kalpana Di, Rita ma'am, Adobe. Hi, hello. Good to see all of you here, and thank you so much for having me. Yeah. So there's a very interesting question, why are countries not following the non-violence slogan? Okay, so as far as I understand, as far as my understanding of how politics and humanism works, I think the balance between the both has to be created strategically, and it has to be executed in a way that it is is beneficial not only just for the country but also for the people also. As we were speaking in the last question, what made Mahatma Gandhi such a great leader was the very well mentioned by Rita ma'am, was the humanitarian aspect. It was his ideas of being a good leader was more of being a good leader within yourself, from behavioral changes to thought process, from ideas, everything was a mix of it, and that's how he spread across the idea of leadership. Okay, and non-violence was added to it. Now I believe if countries start following non-violence, of course they will come across a lot of opponents also who are not following. So maybe a lot of times a country has to understand that there has to be a balance of both. Some countries are able to maintain that balance, that following non-violence slogan is good for them. Some countries probably feel more powerful with violence, and uh, they simply reject this idea of non-violence. So I think it's the understanding of power, different perspective of what being powerful means. Countries do not follow the slogan of non-violence. This is what I have to say. Thank you.
Too late.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your answers.
Thank you, my beautiful
Once
host.
again,
And
thank you so much,
I missed
Adorable
you.
ma'am, for your time in
I
IGP.
missed your
We have
introduction. Can you
learned a
introduce
lot from
yourself?
you with new topics.
I need your introduction before leaving because I missed your introduction. You're a wonderful host. Can you introduce yourself again?
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. I am Badham Dash from Bangladesh.
Okay, nice meeting you.
Yes, nice meeting you. I'm sorry
Thank
because
you
I'm
so much,
having
ma'am.
connection issues, but it was a pleasure being with you, and it was a pleasure seeing Rashmi and Kalpana
Hello,
all
ma'am.
over again. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. Thank you for wonderful
Yes.
host, all my sister, Adomi, Rita, and Rashmi, and my
Thank
beautiful host. Nice meeting you all. See you soon.
Yeah. Wish all of you a very, very happy week ahead, and God bless you. My best wishes. Thank you. Thank you so much, all of you.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Bye bye. Thank you. So we can log out now.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How do we get our certificates? You will tell us.
Ma'am, our sir will contact with you for certificates. You can contact our
Okay.
sir for the certificates.
Okay. Thank you. You're a very good host. I
Okay, ma'am.
liked it.
Thank you so much. Nice to meet you.
Bye.
Thank you so much, ma'am. IGP Knowledge Seeker is time for the webinar certification process, the most attractive and powerful part of our regular webinar. After a short video, we will start our webinar certification. After webinar certification, we have an online quiz competition and quiz certification. IGP Knowledge Seeker is time for webinar certification process, the most attractive part of our regular webinar. After a short video, we will start our webinar certification. After webinar certification, we have an online quiz competition and quiz certification. Let's enjoy our webinar certification. Dear participant, today our webinar topic is Be the Leader Like Mahatma Gandhi, and the code is IGP 1221. And the code is IGP 1221. Without code, no one is eligible for certificate. With code, you can claim your certificate anytime. Now I'm going to tell you how can you claim your e-certificate. First, you have to go www.eduigtv.com, click sign in, log in if you already have an account, or create a new account if you are new. Once login, click free webinar, select the webinar title and click continue course, get enrolled if you haven't enrolled yet. Type the code in your certificate box, click get your certificate. It is downloaded in PDF file already. Just check it in your file manager or download folder. Don't forget to leave a review in our FB page, website, and in Google. Dear IGP Knowledge, it's time for the most engaging part of our regular webinar, which is an online quiz competition, which is our regular webinar activity. Now, time for the online quiz competition to join. Online quiz competition properly, please follow my instruction carefully. To join online quiz competition properly, please follow my instruction carefully. Go to www.slido.com and find today's quiz or scan this QR code for direct joining. Quiz code is even. After a short video, we will start our quiz session. Please mention your friend to join our quiz session. Please join in Slido with code and the code is even. Please join in Slido with the code and the code is even. Please join in Slido with the code and the code is even. Please join in Slido with the code and the code is even. Please join in Slido with the code and the code is even. Dear participant, with 43 people, we are starting our quiz session right now. Our first question is, where was Mahatma Gandhi from? Option 1, India. Option 2, Great Britain. Option 1, India. Option 2, Great Britain. Option 1 is India is the right answer and 98% people are right here. In the leaderboard, shuffle is holding the first position. Our second question is, Mahatma Gandhi lived from option 1, 1869 to 1948. Option 2, 1869 to 1947. Option 1, 1869 to 1948 is the right answer and 66% people are right here. In the leaderboard, shuffle is holding the first position after completing our second question. Our third question is, what did Mahatma Gandhi fail to be? Option 1, an accountant. Option 2, a lawyer. Option 1, an accountant. Option 2, a lawyer. Option 2, a lawyer is the right answer and 63% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Jian is holding the first position after completing our third question. Our fourth question is, when was Mahatma Gandhi born? Option 1, November 2, 1869. Option 2, October 2, 1869. Option 2, October 2, 1869 is the right answer and 40% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Jian is holding the first position after completing our fourth question. Our fifth question is, who was the political guru of Mahatma Gandhi ji? Option 1, Gopal Krishna Gokhale. Option 2, none of them. তুমিও করতেছো নাকি? Option 1, Gopal Krishna Gokhale is the right answer and 85% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Jian is holding the first position after completing our fifth question. Our sixth question is, which leader did Mahatma Gandhi later inspired? Option 1, Nelson Mandela. Option 2, Henry David Thoreau. Option 1, Nelson Mandela is the right answer and 66% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Misail is holding the first position after completing our sixth question. Our seventh question is, was Mahatma Gandhi's assassination? Option 1, January 30. Option 2, August 15. Option 1, January 30 is the right answer and 61% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Michelle is holding the first position after completing our seventh question. Our eighth question is, what is Mahatma Gandhi's full name? Option 1, Mohandas Karambala Gobind Gandhi. Option 2, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. Option 2, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi is the right answer. 65% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Michelle is holding the first position after completing our eighth question. Now, our second last question is, as a servant leader, you. Option 1, build a sense of community within the team. Option 2, ensure that they know when you are angry. Option 1, build a sense to community within the team is the right answer and 100% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Michelle is holding the first position after completing our ninth question. Our last and final question of today's session, which of these leaders shared his birthday with Mahatma Gandhi? Option 1, Lal Bahadur Shastri. Option 2, Jawaharlal Nehru. Option 1, Lal Bahadur Shastri is the right answer and 56% people are right here. Congratulations, our top 10 quiz competition winner. Congratulations again. Slide will take a few minutes for finalizing the result, and after that, we will issue our online quiz competition certificate on our official Facebook page and group Institute of Global Professional. Congratulations to our webinar online quiz competition winner top 10. Congratulations again. Slide will take a few minutes for finalizing the result, and after that we will issue our online quiz competition certificate on our official Facebook page and Group, Institute of Global Professional. Congratulations to our online quiz competition winner top 10. Congratulations again. Slide will take a few minutes for finalizing the result, and after that we will issue our online quiz competition certificate to our official Facebook page or group Institute of Global Professional. At the moment of our session, we can say properly feed your skill, never stop learning, cause life never stop teaching us. Be happy and stay safe. See you again and again. We want your participation in every program. If you want to live a happy life, tie it to a goal, not to people or things, Albert Einstein. Before I say or hit the end button, once again, thanks to all IGP knowledge seeker for your active participation as always. See you again in the next session. Thank you.